In this video, we're going to be looking at the factors that Google uses to rank search results. We do a search for Homer, the ancient Greek poet. We'll see a list of search results. Now, how is it that Google decides which is the top search results? So we can see here that the top search result is Wikipedia. That's a very high authority page. Down here we have Homer. That is an American luxury company. I put in the search, which was quite generic, Homer. Maybe if I put a Homer Greek poetry, that probably wouldn't have come up. British Museum, Cambridge University Press, Goodreads is all very high authority sites. So Google has clearly served some very good sites for the search of Homer. So how does it do it? When a search is performed, search engines query their index for relevant content and then serve that content to the user in order of relevancy. This order of the search results by relevance is called ranking. The higher a website's rank, the more relevant the search engines perceive that site is to the query. Search engines use complex algorithms to determine relevance. Google makes algorithm adjustments every day. Most adjustments are minor tweaks, however others are major updates and fundamentally change how the searches are generated. Google's algorithm is complex and uses over 200 ranking factors as of 2023. While there are hundreds of ranking factors, the top 4 have stayed reasonably consistent. These are links to your website, on-page content, website performance, and on-page experience. There are 2 types of links which Google considers when ranking sites. Backlinks or inbound links are links from other websites to your website, while internal links are links to your own site from another page on the same site. PageRank, part of Google's ranking algorithm, is a link analysis algorithm. PageRank estimates the authority of a web page by measuring the quality and quantity of links pointing to it. The assumption is that a page with more links has higher authority. So if you consider a site like Wikipedia has lots and lots of links to it, or a news site like the BBC, these are very high authority sites which will get loads of links coming into them, and therefore Google will rank them very highly. Google measures a website's performance using a set of metrics it calls core web vitals. All other things being equal, a site with better performance will rank higher. If you want to see how well your site performs, do a search for Google PageSpeed, and you will find the right page to do it. It's pagespeed.web.dev. PageSpeed includes metrics that Google considers critical to your site's user experience. It measures your website's overall speed, responsiveness, and the load speeds of site elements such as fonts and images. Also important is mobile friendliness. Google prioritized mobile search in 2019 and uses your website's mobile version for indexing and ranking. It is therefore critical that your website is responsive. Now, by responsive, I mean whether the site will resize to the size of screen. So whether it would look good on a mobile phone or on a desktop browser. So for example, if we look at the John Lewis site and we just simply resize the page to simulate it being a mobile phone, you can see that the site content will adjust to the size of the page. And this is known as responsiveness. If your website doesn't do that, then Google may push it down the ranks. The final factor is on-page experience. Google looks at the experience that users have on a website and feeds this info into its ranking algorithm. For example, if a user spends very little time on a website, Google will assume that it is not a good fit for the query and will lower the rank of that result in future searches. The factors that Google considers are the click-through rate. This is the percentage of searchers that click on a website's link in the search results. Results that are clicked on more often will rise up the rankings. Bounce rate. The bounce rate is the percentage of people who just go to a website and leave without looking at any other pages. They'll just leave it immediately. If a high percentage of users click through to your site and then leave immediately, Google would judge that page as not relevant to searchers and will lower the rank. Finally, dwell time. This is a measure of how long visitors stays on your website after arriving from the Google search results. The longer the dwell time, the better your user engagement, and Google will interpret this as a sign that the content is more relevant for the user. Now, Google also uses machine learning to change its results in real time. This is something called rank brain. We can see in this diagram at the bottom here that the idea here is that there's a result which is number 4 here, and if that result is clicked on loads of times, then it will move up the ranking here. So Google is constantly tweaking its results in light of real-time user behavior on the search results.